Welcome back, you beautiful people, and as some of you may have noticed, we are playing a different game that's not Kenshi or Rimworld. We are playing Bannerlord, and an idea for a playthrough. I want to see what happens if you only hire companions, which by itself is quite difficult, but we do have the companion unlocker mod and then a couple extra companion things added on. So we're going to start with a Kuze, which my plan is we are going to have to start off as like a horse archer, because we're going to have to spend quite a long time trying to get some things together. So yeah, I think that will do for you. Choose your family. I reckon, let's have a little look. So what we want is we want horses and archery to start. So tribespeople works for us. We don't want brawn, way of people. Okay, skill of horses would be good. Leadership isn't going to give us too much. Brawn isn't going to give us a massive amount. Or attention to detail, so that'll give us athletics and then one more in archery. Okay, that's good for us. Worked in the smith's village. We will need a bunch of smithing, so that could be useful. Or we could go with hunted small game, which will give us 1 point to bow and to tactics. Let's go with that for the moment. And if we go with a road with the scouts, that will give us an extra in riding and then an extra in archery. So we're already starting to get into having a pretty decent horse archer. Now let's see if we can't get something else that's going to help us. Do you know what? Invested some money into land. That will do. Right, and then what do we do with these? We drove them off of arrows, which will then take us up to 5 in archery. Or we rode a fast horse, which will then take us up in horses as well. So yeah, 4 in archery, 3 in horses to start off. That is not bad. And your name, you are Timmy, the leader of the Timmy clan. Cool, and then what we want for this. Okay, so we'll be on 50% damage to us. Then our troops receive 75. Recruitment difficulty, we don't need. Movement speed. Let's go 5%. Combat difficulty, we'll go veteran. Persuasion chance, we'll go realistic. And then clan member death. Reduced by 100%, because obviously if all of our guys die off, then this doesn't quite work. So this isn't a strict challenge. It's more I want to see if it works, and then we can take it from there. But I think that'll work. 50% damage to us, that's good. Reduced to 75% to our characters. Yeah, that works. Recruitment isn't a problem. 5% extra movement on the map would be quite nice, even though we're with horses. And then reduced by 100%. Yeah, sweet. And as for the storyline, I don't think that that's going to make much of a difference. We just want to get in and start off. So time is of the essence. We'll skip the tutorial. Let's go for this line. I think that is going to work out quite well for us. Don't need any fancy colours. And away we go. Now, our actual clan name, I am not sure what it was because I pressed enter by accident. So I think it's just T. So we are Clan T, and our first set of victims, we have 1,000 odd dinars. Again, we'll go fight them. Now, being a horse archer, literally all we have the ability to do is just circle and shoot and circle and shoot, and this horse is super slow, and this bow also sucks, and our archery's not great. Okay, cool. We're going high. Let's slow down. If they're not throwing too many rocks, let's just kite them around for a while.
Split your skull! You are dead!
So yeah, I've got a feeling that this is going to be what a whole bunch of the early game is going to be. But once we start getting more companions, we can run in, and then we're going to have horses supporting us, because we'll try to get everyone mounted as soon as they can. Having mounted companions is going to help, because well, armour and weapons are quite expensive, whereas a horse, on the other hand, is pretty cheap. So we get a decent amount of horses, then the horses do charge damage, then with the mechanics of like being on horseback and hitting people, you do more damage anyway because of the speed bonus. I think lots and lots of people on horses, and we're going to be able to take a bunch of these fights super easy. Now, something I am interested in is maybe starting the guys off as horse archers, thinking, because we're going to end up in sieges anyway, and if all of our guys are basically mounted and none of them can really use archery, if we have to defend a siege, that is going to be a massive problem, This way, if they're trained up, we should be pretty good. And come on, lost shot. Oosh. First 6 down. Okay, we've got +4 in archery and then 1 in riding. Nothing fancy. But what we want is what I figured out is I wouldn't call it abusing the smithing system, but it kind of is. So this crude hammer we should be able to get 3 hardwood from once we break it down, but it'll still take 1 charcoal, so we only gain 1 off it. But what we can do is we can start making double-handed longswords, which will sell for 1,000, which is far more than the raw resources from breaking the other stuff down. So ideally, one of the first people, if we can get them, we want them to be a smith. That would be super useful for us. And we'll make our way across. And where are we heading? Not a Scooby on how I'm going to pronounce that one. Okay. Sell the Frostbeard. My name is Timmy. Tell me about yourself. Okay. I'll tell you, but I don't know why you'd be interested. My parents died when I was young. My sister married. Her husband wanted my parents' farm, so he hired a devious man, a fast talker who knew the law well. Boring, you got swindled out of stuff. How much do you want? I need you to go and kill stuff. Okay, 410. Cool. Okay, gear is not looking great on him. So we can give him this. We'll take his armor rating up to 3. He's got better armor than that. He's already got better boots. We haven't got any wraps. Okay, cool. Right, we were saying about archers. And he is a half decent bowman. So 4 bars in bow, which means his skill's going to go up super quick. Useless at riding, but that's not an issue. Right, all we got to do is find him a bow and a horse. And he might actually be half decent. Things that we do need though is we definitely need some extra arrows. So we'll go an extra set of barbed. So we've got arrows and then barbed arrows. And then he doesn't have a horse, but he can't really ride too much anyway. So let's see if they've got a sumpter horse. Cool. And grab him a saddle. So we have 143 left. And see if we can't get him a cheap shield. Okay, leather-bound kite shield, that'll do. Or unless they've got a cavalry shield. Can't afford it. Right. Cool, we have 41 dinars remaining. And if I had any common sense, I would sell all of the rest of this garbage off. So we've got 85 from killing those bandits, not including what we got as the prize. Right, let's hunt some more. And found a nice group of 10 looters. Who by themselves should be able to spank us. But, so long as we don't get engaged too close, we should be right. So we done 6 earlier, so this is going to be obviously 4 more. Because I can do a little bit of maths. And trying to think. He's just going to run through the centre and just keep doing loops around. We'll try to pick some people off as we can. And if we follow the guys that are following him, we might be able to start doing some damage. They will start to rout pretty quickly. I think we'd only need to take like 3 of them down. And they might rout, so long as our horseman doesn't get taken out. If our horseman gets taken out, then, well, they're not going to do too much. Wow, okay, good shot. And our guy's down. Awesome. Let's hit this one in the back. Yeah, another horse would be great. That little bit of speed really, really does help. Right, come on. Headshot, that's not bad. Okay, 1 down. So actually, yeah, no, we're going to need to take quite a lot of them out, as soon as they took our guy down as well. We've got 32 arrows left, so we should be fine. There's another one. He's pretty wounded, so we'll go for him. We should be good. I swear this is pretty much how all like Mountain Blade games start. On a horse, with a bow, running around in circles trying to take people out. Or unless you're actually good at the game, then you can probably fight people. But I suck in that combat system. Like, I was right at like warband, just give me a shield, happy days. But yeah, slightly different mechanics in this one to the others. Alright, and now it is just going to be chasing them down, trying to take them out, cause as much damage as we can, and hopefully get a few more skills in riding and archery. And also the XP isn't going to go miss. Now we know this guy's been hit, so that means he'll go down quicker. And there should be one more and he's out. No. Tell a lie. Another one, and let's try this sword out. Yeah, this is why I don't use close combat weapons in this game. Useless. I am so bad with them. I think I need something with like at least a reach of 100, which isn't short reach. It's actually quite long, but maybe I'll be able to get a better angle. Cool. So shells down. Obviously, we got 8 killed, 2 routed. Nothing too fancy on the old loot front either. A scarf wouldn't be bad. We quite like a scarf. We'll sell the butter and the cheese. We'll get a decent amount for that. These we might make 100, maybe a couple hundred off if we're lucky. And that is, I think, rinse and repeat for a while. Flee, you fools! Just something about chasing down looters as they try to escape. It's quite satisfying. And I really wanted to put the mod in that makes you guys chase everyone that's fleeing down. That'd be quite fun. But unfortunately only a couple of your companions will do it. But they rack up so many kills. They get way more kills when everyone's trying to run away than in the actual fights. And then they end up just becoming like super powerful, like super quick. But for some reason, always it seems to be people who have the surgeon. So there'll be like people that are like something surgeon. Yeah, those guys just seem to love trying to kill people off as they run away. A bit twisted, seeing as they're meant to be surgeons. But something satisfying about it as well. And that's the end of the map. So we took 10 down. And then 2 fleed. Now, this is a lot nicer. Not mad about that. Yeah, that should be enough to kick out a sword. Just going to go back nice and steady, like stay out of everyone's way. And see if we cannot buy any hardwood, because all we need is 2 hardwood and then we are sorted. 49 on hardwood. That actually makes me think, how many horses can we get away with? I think we should be able to get away with 3 horses, which will take our cargo capacity up to 330. With that, we head north to that village that we're going to go to anyway. And we can load up on hardwood and come down here and sell it for a very, very nice profit. And we still turn 93 from selling the kit that we had anyway. Right, wait here for some time. Make sure matey boy is actually able to move. And we got minus 0.75 for herd, but then we have plus 1.99 for everyone being mounted. Yeah, I will take that. I reckon it is now time to move. So they're selling for 5, but they only have 20. Yeah, that works for us. How quickly until you go up in value? It didn't. Cool. So literally we only need to sell 3 bits and then we break even. Ace. I am liking this start. This is a good start for us. We got 1 companion who's going to be decent and shouldn't get taken out the whole time. And we're about to turn a bunch of profit on selling some wood. And then behind that we're going to be able to kick out a whole bunch of 2-handed swords. This is the best start so far. I've tried running this I think this is like the 4th attempt of trying to get through it. And yeah, I think we're good. Issue I found is if you don't start getting a bunch of money coming in and then you get too many companions. Yeah, you kind of just get caught in that like transitional parallel. Which, and so some of you mountain bladers will understand. And then some of you will be like, oh yeah, no, that doesn't happen. I'll just go straight through it. Be like, yeah. Sometimes you do, and then you don't realise it's a big like hurdle to cross. But yeah, they kept getting stuck on that for a while. But Looking like we actually are in a super good situation just to smash through it. So willing to buy it for 51 a pop. It's going down quite quickly. I think actually... Yeah, no, we only need 2. So done on that. Tim gained a level. Then we enter the smithy. This is where I get quite smart. And then we break down the wooden hammer. Well, no, actually, we make the charcoal. And then I become smart and break down the wooden hammer. And then we do this for a little while. Probably should take them unlocked, but knowing me, I'll just end up selling them. Yeah. This is turning out pretty good for us. Needed a little rest. But now we're back on it. So I need 4 raw iron for what we planned, and then 4 crude iron. So I don't think we're actually going to be able to get out on this one. Actually, maybe. So that takes us up to that. And then that takes us to there. No, we're going to be 1 shy anyway. And then all we need is to... Oh no, we can't do it. Alas, don't worry. But we've got 1 steel so far, 2 iron, 3 raw iron, and then 4 crude iron. That is going to make us somewhat heavy, but not unreasonable. And I think since as we've done all of that, let's now actually head over back to the Crusade. I know we said we wanted to fight steppe bandits, but that was going to be a little bit later on. But we were not moving fast enough, and not only did we get cornered by 1, we got cornered by a 2nd as well. I'm just throwing it out there, I do not have high expectations for me being able to pull this one off. Now, we could lose a fair bit if we do get taken out, which would be a bit of a shame. They are all horse archers, pretty much. Tell you what, it doesn't look like they are horse archers. That's good. And we did upgrade our horse to a desert horse. So our horse is pretty quick. So if we're smart, because we're also in light armor, we should be able to stay out of dodge of their spears. So that was a very quick way to ruin our day. And worst case scenario, we hit them off their horse, or we kill their horse from underneath them. 37 arrows against, what was it, 9? Well, 8 now. And we have got a few decent hits in so far. So I'm thinking we actually might be able to pull this one off. And maybe get a couple horses out of it. That would be real nice. Would like some extra horses. Little panic switch there. You need to move faster, buddy. Don't be a Timmy your whole life. Ooh, saved by the tree. I think at this rate I'm more likely to kill their horses than them, it looks like. Need to find a better path. Okay, water is probably not my friend right now, and being stuck on that rock wasn't good. Trying to think how many more I'll need to take down. Okay, ride properly, mate. Move, get some pace. There we go, and now shoot. $20 arrows. And not many of them are down. Trying to think, maybe if we slow down a little bit like we did earlier, get them lined up, and then we have better shots. Okay, every arrow is now going to be super important. Okay, 1 steppe bandit down. Cheeky headshot. Missed that one completely. Those ones are coming across there. We're fine. Okay, we're going to focus. That matey down. He looks like he's going to be the most dangerous one. He's got armor on. So where did you come from? Because surely we should have seen him. Well, no, we did see him earlier. Yeah. I was just thinking. Because he just seems rapid. Now I'm going to miss all of those shots. So it's going to be a waste of ammo. Come on, come back. Close in. Okay, 37 on him. Not sure what I thought that was going to hit. Hey, he's a clever cookie. Keeps coming on the side that we can't shoot at. Horse is taking a kicking. Horse should be fine. Maybe one more hit. Not against him though. Okay, he should only take one more hit and then he should be out the fight. Well, I say that. He's still going pretty good. Okay, they're routed. But he's not. No, he is. Okay, there's another one down. Right, woo! Let's finish this. We'll get on these two and chase them down. And looks like their armor might actually be okay. To be fair, at this point in the game, I think we're literally wearing like a shirt. So that'd be good for us. Oh, you are full of arrows. You're super dead. Cool. Okay, still. Wait, what? I thought they all routed. This is less than ideal. They've got spears. So if they hit the horse is down. And we can't really afford losing the horse. We can't be out in the open because we'll get torn apart. I'm trying to think if there is a decent place for us to hold up for once the horse goes down. And that is when the horse goes down as well. Because the horse is going down. Nearly celebrated too early. No. No, he's getting a run up for us. I wonder if the blocking works the same way. Now I've just got to figure out how to dismount. I haven't had to dismount yet. Panic, press the right button, try not to die whilst dismounting. No, that's first person. Come on. Why can't I press my keys? Okay, well, horse is down. Horse turned lamed. Okay, what's happened here? Okay, that's combat logs. Cool. Awesome. Panic averted. I'd like to see them get me up here. I can guarantee one of the horses is going to get up here eventually. Can I pick that arrow up? Nope. Oh wow, I'm so bad at this game. This is impressively bad. Like, I have no right to still be alive. And turns out you can't really, like, just jump down on people either. Okay, we can get behind this guy. Okay, he's down. What about you? What you say? You running away or are you coming back? That's a little bit uncalled for. Just go and stab that horse. I don't think this one's going to be quite as easy to trick into fighting us. Safety of the rocks. If he gets snagged, all we need to do is drop in on the other side. Come on. Ah, he's the clever one, you see. That's why he's the leader. I reckon wait for him to come back, drop on the opposite side to where his spear is so he has to turn, get behind the horse so he can't go back because he can only go forwards, and then we just run away again when he comes in for another charge. Okay. No, that didn't work. Any arrows around here? Nope. Fantastic. Come on, buddy. There's a nice little nook there that you can get yourself stuck in. I think this might take a while, so I'll probably have to put a cut in here. We done it. We done it. Oosh. Oosh. I'm not even mad. Not even mad. Only issue I think that we're going to get is where one of them routed. There's still going to be one kicking around, so that means they might be able to attack us. Also, if anything else comes in, like we're super dead. And we've only got 16% health as well, so we can't even fight. Okay, horse. Is this going to be any good? No, all of that stuff is worse than what... Oh no, that's better. A little bit. Still not great. Was kind of hoping for some more. But what about you? We can upgrade you with some stuff. Yeah, not amazing, to be honest. Well, I thought we were going to get a whole bunch more stuff than that. But this is what we do have. Yeah, the steppe bandit just came straight in after. And because we're only at 15%, just took us out. Alright, we have been captured. That is annoying. That is super annoying. He wants 188. Nah, we're going to wait for a better offer. And he's also taking us kind of to where we want to be. So once we escape, hopefully this works out. We lost a bit, but not a massive amount. We have escaped, but we need to drop 2 horses because we have too many horses, so now it's saying that we're in a herd. But did take us into territory that we want to be in. Just got to make sure that we avoid everything. We're only up 26% health. How fast are you? Not fast enough. Right, and we also lost our other guy. Not perfect, but details. And after all of that, we managed to get the bow, but now we've got no one to give the bow to, so I think we'll just keep a hold of it for a while. They can have some butter. Liking this! 350 for another companion. Do not mind, I imagine they are going to be complete garbage, but let's have a little look-see. Can do one-handed, and can do athletics. Which isn't too bad for us, that works quite well. And can throw stuff. So what I am thinking is we give them a sumpter horse with a saddle. They're not going to be able to do too much, but they'll be able to do something, and then when we get some money, we give them like some throwing weapons. So at least she can do some ranged damage. A little bit of scouting and 62 in medical. Do not mind that at all. Actually turns out to be not amazing, that is for sure. But better than I thought that would be. But then she needs a 10 in riding, so she isn't going to have that, and we don't really want to give her any other sumpter horse. So you can have one of these, and let's get you a saddle. And that being said, because we are in a bigger group now, we can have more horses, which means we can carry more loot. That leaves us with 39. Is she going to be able to do much in a fight? Probably not. And just because we can, let's actually get her equipped up so she can shoot a bow off horseback. Going to be utterly garbage and not be able to achieve much. But we do need to start getting people trained up along those ways. And otherwise it just seems like a bit of a waste of the bow. So we found the first victims, just 7 more looters. I don't know, maybe she gets something. No, keep with your bow. That's annoying. I think I'm going to have to get her set so she's in a natural like cavalry archer division. Oh no, she's shooting a bow again. Okay, let's get you. You seem pretty weak. Cool. You down. And also, is she willing to chase people down and kill them? But I think actually fair play to her. She has managed to hit 4 shots. I'm not actually mad about that. And then each time that she hits something, then her skills will increase and she'll become more accurate. She'll also get better at riding, and we can get her a better horse and then better bows. I think she might actually turn out to be half decent. Because if she stays alive, then that's good, because we also then have the perks from her medical. Sweet. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. 13. 13 steep bandits. And we're at 73% health and our other guy is taken out. We done, what was it, 6 the last time, and we had like 6 arrows remaining. Got to keep an eye out for the horse archers, and they've got a couple. Good start. Missed my first arrow. Hit a horse on the second. Come on, give me something good. And okay, so they've done more damage to me than I have to them. I don't have high expectations, and we were just about to get a bunch of decent stuff together as well, which is a little bit of a shame. We just heading into a town, got ambushed. Okay, 112, that's not bad, that was a decent headshot. Okay, another 40. We will need to take quite a few of them down though. Looters, like, flee from nothing, but these guys don't seem to, and we keep hitting the horse. I don't know, maybe we take the big guys down. Maybe their morale would like shake a bit more. And yeah, right now, it's literally we're just shooting the horse. Not what we want, not what we want. The horses will take more arrows than we got. Okay, another decent hit there. Another decent hit, come on. Let's make this happen. Okay, one steep bandit down. Oh, come on. Not worth it. Not worth the juke. Yeah. Why are these guys so fast? 2 down. Oh, didn't manage to land something. Not much damage though. So I'm thinking at the moment, if we don't get a headshot, it is 4 arrows per person. So it is doable if I don't miss. Which isn't really happening. I'm missing a lot. Okay, reload that one. Try to get them back together. Managed to hit the horse that had nobody on it. Okay, another step bandit down. Now we're fighting the actual tough guys. And their horses are rapid. Okay, 10 arrows. Maybe. I doubt it. But this could be doable. Well, to be fair, if they're running away, we can just get on their tails. And then take them down that way, I guess. Just got... Man, that guy jukes like a madman. Okay, 45 on him. Get out of the way of that one, cool. 49 again. Not a good shot. Okay, one more order down, which leaves Big Cheese. I thought that was on him. Okay, 34. Without a headshot, I doubt he's going down. Okay, last arrow. Okay, swords it is. Not liking my odds. Bad block on my part. Every time it's the set bandits. I think we would have got something decent from that as well. Well, thankfully they let us go right by the town. Well, right by the city. I think we just got to try and heal up. And yet again, we're going to have to sell a bunch of the horses, unfortunately. Because now we've got too many, because we just lost our companions again. Yeah, I've got a feeling that this is going to be a cycle that we are going to be stuck in for a little while. Looters we can take. We probably need to get out of this area. These steppe bandits are too quick. They can just catch us whenever we can't fight them. And we've already brought, is it 2 companions, I think? Or is it 3? It might actually be 3, so if we bump into them again, we can like get them back. and it won't cost us anything. So that would be super good. So finally managed to break out of the circle of being released by a steppe bandit, then getting recaptured by another steppe bandit, to then be released next to another steppe bandit, to then be recaptured. And then we started heading towards the south, and we have Willowbark has come back and joined us. And let's have a little look. Willowbark, well, we don't have you with us, but Willowbark, still nothing in archery. You're going to need to hit a few more targets, sweetheart, otherwise you're not going to get too far. But rate having the medic with us. Still haven't got too much to sell, unfortunately, but details. Let's wait here until we're back up to 100 and then make a move again. And being super exciting, we're going to go and get some more wood. Because, well, unfortunately, we need that so we can start smithing and selling some weapons. Well, I thought we'd broken the circle. More steppe bandits, right. I think...
Attack!
Well, there's only 7 of them, and it looks like... How many more orders? 4 more orders. That's not too bad. Okay, first arrow actually hit target. That's good. If I can get in behind these guys, then I can give them a bad time. Let's go focus this guy down, soon as he's out in the open. No. We are fast, but we're not that fast. Maybe we can buy her some time. So Willowbark might be able to disengage again, but it's not looking like it. Oh no, she has. Tidy. Let's get in behind these. And use her as a decoy to get some shots off. Man, we are so slow at aiming. And I got the perk that would make us faster at aiming, but yeah, that's not making a massive difference. Come on. Get to the left. No, it didn't work. Oosh. Okay, one more arrow into him and he's out. And if we miss, we hit that guy, that's fine. Headshot on the horse. And one more on him and he should be out. Cool, he is. Which just leaves... well, like 3 more orders, and I think that's the last one of these just standard steppe bandits. Obviously the more orders are the more dangerous ones, and they got arrows and they hurt when they hit us apparently. Okay, we're a bit too close there. Okay, sorry Mr. Horsey, that's my bad. I can't shoot. Take him down at some point. No, went straight over his shoulder. Fantastic. And they're out of arrows. Cool. So if we can get onto their tail, we should start being able to pick them apart quite nicely. Bit of a lead, maybe. Nope. Oh, I thought that was a horse gone there. And if they're just chasing us, we should hopefully be able to pull this off. Or we just kill the horse. Okay, one down. Leaves him. And he has decent armor as well. So if we get lucky and we get some armor from these guys, that would be awesome.
Die, dog!
I'm not liking the odds of the horse getting through this, and we've already lost 1 horse to these raiders as well, so we don't want to lose another one. Well, it was lame, and hopefully it recovers. Less than ideal. Duke to the wrong side, we can't get the shot. Tree saved us. Oh man, get off my tail, dude. I don't know if that's a good thing that he's on the floor or a bad thing. Well, good in the sense I've got lots of time to shoot him, I guess. Bad thing. No! Pay attention, dude. Pay attention.
Victory!
Thought we'd have more time. After setback and setback after setback, and trying to scrimp and scrape every resource we can get together, came across a little bug as such. So we're going to free build, right? Put the sword up to the max that we can make it, and that will cost 2 crude iron and then 8 raw iron and then 1 charcoal. Okay, we can forge that. It doesn't really matter about the quality too much. And then another one. Okay, and what we've been getting this from is these blacksmith hammers, which we can buy for 80 gold a piece. And then we can also break down the wood, so 2 hardwood into 3 charcoal. So each one of these hammers produces more charcoal than it takes to break down, which obviously for us works really well. But now this is where it gets quite fun. When we get into the trade, we can sell these. Oh, we don't want to sell the details, it doesn't matter. We'll send them for 800 a piece. We sold one for 1,200 just earlier as well. So out of these 9 hammers, we're going to be able to get another 2 swords, which will net us another 1,684. So we brought 20 hammers, and then for every 4 hammers, we can make another sword. So yeah, we're turning a nice little profit here. So I think we're just going to grind this out for a little bit, abuse one of the mechanics for a little while, just so we can get ourselves a blacksmith hammer. Value 32. Oh no, that was the one that we sent them. 87. Let's get those as well. Yeah, and let's do this for a while until we can set up a workshop. And I think after that we are in a very, very nice situation. And time to see if what I think is a pretty sneaky idea plays off. So the 1, then we have 2, then we have 3, 4, and then 5. And to be fair, we do have enough iron left over that we could do a couple more, in fact. We've got enough charcoal as well. Oh no, we're out of stamina. Let's see how much these are going to sell for. So 900, then we got 1,000, 1,125, 1,212, and 1,318. So that is 5,000 right there, plus the other that we got, and I think we spent like 2,400. So yeah, we made a pretty decent amount of that. Right, now that makes me think that let's go to another city and repeat that process. And let's see how far we can go with this. Because fighting bandits, turns out, isn't working for me. So let's find a different strategy to make a bunch of money, to become super duper awesome, and also be able to equip our guys so our guys are even more awesome. So into the trade screen, let's see if you have a bunch of the hammers. Yeah. So how many did we get? 28. That will do, and we've got a bunch of hardwood. Amazing, so that's 2,400. We can make over 6 on 20. It's 28. That should be about 7k. That will cost us 2,436. I'm completely happy with these trades. This is so good for us. Like, Timmy and the bull are just going to be so geared up, it's going to be untrue. And only 2 more to make. And it came out pretty good. And we also managed to pick up the perk as well that doubles the chances of us unlocking components whilst doing the forging. So now we'll go into the trade. And 1,084 on each of them. So what's that, like 8k? Are they actually any good though? 73 cut ain't bad. 42 pierce. Swing speed 102 is alright. 110. Do you know what? I think it's not as good handling. We're going to chuck that onto there. For the simple reason that I'm not using a shield anyway, so what's the point of having a one-handed weapon? And we're going to be able to get better stuff from it as well. So now we're up to 11,821. That is looking good. Okay, can we buy the tannery? Talk. Okay, I'm Timmy. You own the tannery. I wish to buy the tannery. You want 13,000. Can't afford that. How about you? Okay, I'm Timmy. You own the tannery. Never mind. No. Apparently that is not our guy. Right, but with that, I think that's a good place to actually wrap up the episode. So we made a bunch of money. We've been kidnapped a bunch of times. Things have gone completely wrong multiple times. But I'm hoping that that's going to change for the next one. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. I've been Konzi. All you likes, comments, sub support have been amazing. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.